Welcome to CFP Exam Prep. Today we're diving into retirement vesting schedules, specifically focusing on defined contribution plans and their vesting rules. Understanding vesting schedules is crucial for the CFP exam and your future practice. Let's break down the concept of vesting. When we talk about vesting in retirement plans, we're referring to an employee's right to keep their employer's contributions when they leave the company. Your own contributions are always 100% vested immediately. It's the employer's contributions that follow a vesting schedule. The two main types of vesting schedules you need to know for the exam are graduated vesting and cliff vesting. Graduated vesting typically occurs over a 2 to 6 year period where employees become incrementally vested. A common example is 20% vesting per year over 5 years. So if an employee leaves after 3 years, they keep 60% of the employer's contributions. The remaining 40% is forfeited back to the plan. Cliff vesting, on the other hand, is an all-or-nothing approach. With a 3-year cliff vesting schedule, employees become 0% vested until they complete 3 years of service. At that point, they become 100% vested. If they leave before the 3-year mark, they forfeit all employer contributions. Here's where students often make mistakes on the exam. They frequently confuse the maximum allowable vesting periods. Remember that for defined contribution plans, the maximum graduated vesting period is 6 years, not 7. The maximum cliff vesting period is 3 years, not 5. These numbers are often used as distractors in multiple choice questions. Another common error is failing to recognize that certain events trigger immediate 100% vesting regardless of the schedule. These events include reaching normal retirement age, planned termination, and in many cases, disability or death. The exam loves to test these exceptions. Let's work through a quick example. An employee has been with a company for 4 years under a 5-year graduated vesting schedule of 20% per year. The employer has contributed $50,000 total. If the employee leaves today, they would be 80% vested and entitled to keep $40,000 of the employer contributions. The remaining $10,000 would be forfeited. Students also need to understand that vesting schedules apply differently to different types of contributions. For instance, Safe Harbor 401k matching contributions must be immediately 100% vested. However, profit-sharing contributions can follow either the graduated or cliff vesting schedule. A critical point that's often tested is the concept of year of service for vesting purposes. A year of service typically means 1,000 hours worked in a plan year. The exam might present scenarios where you need to calculate whether an employee has met this threshold. The key takeaway is that vesting schedules are about balancing employee benefits with employer retention goals. On the exam, you'll need to demonstrate not just the ability to calculate vested percentages, but also understand how these schedules interact with other plan provisions and special circumstances. When studying this topic, create a simple chart comparing graduated versus cliff vesting and memorize the maximum allowable periods for each. Practice calculating vested amounts under various scenarios, and always consider whether any special circumstances might trigger immediate vesting. Remember, vesting questions rarely stand alone on the CFP exam. They're often integrated into broader retirement planning scenarios, so understanding how vesting interacts with other retirement plan concepts is essential for exam success.